Hey traders, welcome back to another daily profit and loss recap video. Today is Tuesday, October 3rd. I just finished up trading for the morning. I only had one trade today that was a short position in the stock PIXY. And in this video, we're going to talk about why I was short biased with this stock, when I entered this position and when I exited this position, so that hopefully you can take something from my trading and apply it to your own. So first and foremost, let's take a quick look at the Market Master Group's trade plans. These were posted last night in the extended hours trading session, and we post these every single night to help our team of traders take on the market the following day. So one of the trade plans was with the stock PIXY, and that's because this was a massive runner on Monday morning, following their 1 for 24 reverse split. It's very common to see a stock spike after they have a reverse split, and that's simply because when that reverse split is done, what it does is dramatically reduces the amount of shares that are going to be in that stock's float. So these low float stocks are then going to be much more volatile, and they're going to be much more likely to have these big runs. Okay, but with that being said, this is still a stock that historically does not hold on to its gains very well. It still is overall in a very big downtrend. And aside from that reverse split, there was actually no bullish catalyst that was going to drive the price higher. So because of that, I was short biased on this stock today on Tuesday, thinking that it was most likely not going to hold on to those gains from Monday. So the trade plans were that I was ideally going to be looking to short sell into the high volume 160 to 180 range, and I was going to be using this high of day up here from Monday as the risk area and looking to lock in profits in the low ones. Now when I say high volume 160 to 180 range, I'm simply referring to the volume profile. Again, this is something that I've talked about in recent profit and loss recap videos here on this channel, but the volume profile is going to be this horizontal volume indicator on the right side of the chart. And instead of the regular volume bars, which are telling us how much volume is coming in during that specific period of time, the volume profile is going to tell us where the largest amount of volume is actually traded at specific price levels. So those high volume areas can often become levels of support and resistance. Now on top of all of that, another strategy that a lot of short sellers will implement is to look to short sell when a stock has a big move and then gaps down the following day. And that's exactly what we were seeing happen today with PIXY. It had this big move on Monday, gaps down slightly from that previous day's close, and then what I like to do is look for a failed red to green move in order to short sell. So if this were able to start breaking back out above 160 and it was going red to green for the day and it was showing a lot of strength, that's not what I would be looking for, of course, in order to short sell. You want to wait for that failed red to green move to happen. And in the intraday chart up here, we can see that is exactly what does happen with PIXY. Spikes up into that 160 area, rejects it, and comes straight back down. That was a very solid opportunity, in my opinion, to start scaling into a short position. Unfortunately, I only located 2,000 shares of this stock with Trade Zero, so I wasn't able to build into a massive position, but I had an average price of $1.49 on my 2,000 shares, and I locked in my profits as it was starting to break down underneath 130 down here, because we can see there is a little bit of support from the pre-market session right around $1.25. So on that trade, I locked in $338 in profits. Aside from this being in the trade plans last night in the Market Master Group, this was also posted about in real time this morning as the stock was rejecting that 160 area, right at the same time that I was taking my position in this stock. So if you're interested in hearing about these trades in real time, make sure to come join us in the Market Master Group. There's a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. But with all of that being said, before wrapping up the video, I also want to cover the stock ICU. This was a big mover over the past couple of days. This was one of the stocks that I traded yesterday and was a really solid alert yesterday posted in the group. And with that being said, this was also on watch for a continuation today on Tuesday. So this was in the trade plans as well. The thought process here was that there was still potential for a continuation on Tuesday. I'd like to get a morning pullback followed by a red to green move to buy into. However, I'd also be ready to scalp a move into the 50s if this were able to start breaking out over Monday's 48-cent high. So this ended up being a big mover in the pre-market session. We can see that it had a pretty solid gap up from yesterday's closing price in the 40s, opening up today all the way up in the 60-cent area. So I ended up avoiding this trade altogether today because my trade plans again were to look for either a red to green move or to buy into a breakout over Monday's high of day. And since this was already gapping up over Monday's high of day, I didn't really see this as a solid opportunity to buy into, even though there was a nice little trend this morning from the market open. But with all of that being said, those were my main focuses for the day. Again, I locked in $338 in profits with my one single trade in PIXY. Really just trying to focus on quality over quantity and having a little bit of a short bias in the current market conditions, just because most stocks are not holding on to their gains very well, and pretty much everything that spikes up tends to come straight back down. So anyway, hopefully you found some value in this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to hear about these stocks that I'm trading in real time, as well as work with our team of traders, get access to our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, our live custom scanner streams, and so on and so forth. All of that can be found in the Market Master group. There's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.